What is up, everybody? Welcome back to day 10 of building a house a day. I'm super excited to get into this one because, yes, I know I say this every time, just like I said the last video. However, this time I am going to be building with this color palette scheme right here, and I'm going to be kind of piecing together a few ideas that I have seen and a few inspo pictures. So it's not going to be something directly from like a Pinterest inspiration or Google inspiration picture, things like that. So let's hop right into this build. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure which build it was that I did this. However, I'm going to be doing this build up a little bit more. And there was, I'm trying to remember, there was something with the depth perception that I was playing with. Let's try to put in maybe some stone here. Oh, no. Okay. What it was is you had to put the stone behind, just like this. And then the main color, which is going to be the green, would go around it like that. So it's something like that, but I feel like I need to make it on a bigger scale. So let's make this 5 by 5, I guess. All right, something like this. It's probably going to change because that's honestly how building works. However, this is kind of the beginning idea that I have for this. And let's just kind of build up the rest of the house square. And then I do have a bit of an exciting idea to get into, but I'll talk to you guys about that after we build this. All right, now that we have this boxy square outline mapped out, let's move into doing a little bit of a roof. I kind of want to alternate the roof blocks for this one. I'm gonna go in between the dark oak planks and these black stone stairs as well, and just kind of intermix them to see if I can get some sort of interesting vibe with them, if that makes any sense. All right, now that that is complete, yes, I know this is super basic, just bear with me. Everything will come together in the end, I promise. Now I want to add a little bit of a hang-off area. I don't even know if that's the right way to say that, but a little bit of a build-off area over here. And when I say little, I literally mean little, like just a tiny little section of the house right here. And I'm thinking of doing, let's attempt at this. I don't know if it's going to work. Maybe I have to start over here and build the roof up this way. Oh my goodness, my block placement today is something special. And then we have to build up one more. I don't know. I wonder if I can make that work. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And then this side needs to start here, just like that. Go just like that. That's done. And I'm thinking of, okay, yeah, there we go. Now we have a little bit more of a shape going. I wonder if I raise this roof up one more. I feel like if I raised it up one more, it might look a little bit better. I don't know. Does that look a little bit more normal? Maybe if I continue this out that way. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in love with this line right here. So we're going to get rid of that for now and just keep it how it is like this. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to, ooh, what if I change these stairs actually to literally just be these? Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better. I'm thinking of doing some sort of stone tower, or maybe like stone pillar going up there in the back. So I'm going to mess around with that and just put in the basics of that and again, literally just see how it looks. How far out do I want it to go? I don't know if I want it to go out that far. So maybe we have it built um into the build already. And this one is going to be a little bit bigger of a tower as well. So that means all this would basically be gone. And here we go. Okay, now that that's complete, are you starting to see the vision? The vision is kind of there. It is a little janky just because of no texturing and no other blocks have been put in. So, yes, it is a little kind of boring. However, like I said, it's gonna get there, I promise. We gotta add in the textures. We gotta add in, well, literally the entire backside of this build as well. However, it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's keep going. Yeah, okay, I know that was a really short time lapse. However, I'm staring at this and I just realized I have absolutely no idea how I'm supposed to connect it. Like this part, yeah, sure. I got that. No problem. But this part, I did not think this far through. Wait, did I build this too far in? I think I might have built that too far in. But it looks ah crap. Okay. Um I am going to literally stare at this for a little bit longer and see if I can come up with anything. This is not good. As much as it pains me to say it, I honestly think that I built this just too far in, and my idea of building it uh just in line with it was probably the right way to go for this, which sucks because I really don't want to rebuild this, even though it's not that hard, honestly. Um, However, it just is a pain to do because I have to redo all of it. Anyway, uh, I guess we have to go into a time lapse of me redoing the tower. Let's hop into that. There we go. Okay, now it's actually starting to shape up into something, and it doesn't look super weird. Okay, so I went through a bunch of different variations, as you could see in the time lapse. I ended up making this too wide right here instead of 3 because it just did not work with the size of the build that I had made. And putting it all the way up against this front part made it look super weird in the front, and doing the same thing over here in the back made the back look super weird, and I didn't really know what to do with the roof, and so it was just causing problems. And so I ended up making it just too wide, which in doing so, yes, makes this top part weird because as you can see, it's very wonky. Um, the back side literally just looks like this, and the front side is actually 2D, which it honestly, from the front, which is how you're going to be viewing it, it doesn't really matter. You can't really tell. From the back, however, as long as you're standing like over here, you can't tell. But once you come to here, you're like, oh man, that is something special. So, with that said, probably in the future, if I decided to use this build again, I would make this main part of the building just a little bit longer right here, so that I can make this edge right here 3 long instead of 2 long, fixing all of those problems and making it so that it wouldn't be super weird. On top of that, I ended up using or trying to use this copper block right here. I'm honestly not even sure what, let's see, weathered cut copper, whatever that means, um, in between this, and I'm going to end up putting it in all throughout this build as well, or sorry, that roof as well. And let's actually just hop into doing that really fast because it's not going to take too long, and then I'm going to put some of these in there as well so that it doesn't look too strange. And then after that, I will check back with you and we are going to start into the texturing and actually making it look fancy and all that greatness. Let's go. Okay, just like that, once again, you guys know what time it is. Now it is the fun part. Well, I mean, all of it's fun, which we've established before. However, you know what? It's the even more fun part. Let's get into it. And just like that, guys, here is the final build after putting in all of the details, all of the texturing, the shading, everything like that. I told you guys that it was going to work out. Like, check out how cute this is. I absolutely am in love with the arch of the roof, which, I mean, after that one, how could I not be? It was like the best thing that I could have ever learned. And on top of that, after figuring out how to make this tower actually work with the rest of the build, I just, it ended up looking so much better after fixing it to have the 2 block wide right here instead of the 3. I didn't even know what I was doing with the back part of this house. And I think at that moment it just started to pull itself together and actually work. But that said, this is a final look at the final build. This challenge has become so much fun. I am so excited to see what I'm going to do every day for this, especially with how good the builds are starting to turn out, when I don't even have inspiration pictures, at least for this one. Like, I was like, "Okay, I want to use this set of blocks, and I just don't even know what I'm gonna do with them, but I know I want to build a tower because I built a tower, a couple episodes ago, and I want to include that, so how can I use this block palette and include a tower?" And so my brain decided to put something together based off of what I've learned the last couple days, and it came up with this. And with that, guys, this is going to pretty much wrap it up for this video today. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey so far. It is super special because it is day 10, and we have tried for the first time of building a house of literally just using what I've learned in the past. No inspiration picture, no nothing, just everything I've learned in the past couple days. With that, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys. Look how cute! I love it.